guys, it's our last video devoted to phrasal verbs, and I hope you've watched our previous videos many times. Now you know all these phrasal verbs and you use them. And today we'll have the verb get, and we will have 7 phrasal verbs with this verb. So let's start. La 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 la. The first phrasal verb is get across, and actually it has a very unexpected meaning. Get across means to communicate your idea successfully, or even easier, to make somebody understand what you want to tell them. For example, you can say the book really gets across what it is to be a soldier during the Second World War, for example. So it means that by reading this book we can understand how it was to be a soldier. Or we can use it with people as well. For example, we can say she got across her idea, so it means that everyone understood her. Well, the next phrasal verb actually includes 2 phrasal verbs: get along with and get on with. They have the same meaning. It means to have a good and friendly relationships with someone. For example, we can say, I get along with my sister very well, but I can't get along with her friends at all. And the same thing we can say with get on with someone. So they are synonyms. The next phrasal verb is to get around. It is usually used with to, get around to, and after it we put either the noun or the gerund. So it means to find time to do something, and we can say I'll get around to the washing up when I finish my homework. And we also can say I'll get around to doing the washing up when I end my homework, when I do my homework. So do not forget it when you use get around to and then the gerund. It's important, or just the noun. The next phrasal verb is get at someone. It means to criticize someone, to say something unpleasant, be unpleasant to someone. For example, Laura keeps getting at me all the time. So it means that she doesn't like what I do all the time. She criticizes all my actions. And I want to pay attention here on the verb keep. We can say keep doing something, again, keep the gerund, keep doing something. And we can say keep on doing something. So it will have the same meaning, and just keep doing or keep on doing something means continue doing something, do the same thing for a long period of time, or something like this. The next verb is get away. It means to leave or escape from somebody or something. For example, you can say get away from me. I'm busy right now. Do not annoy me. It means just to go, please go away right now, get away from me, go away. They're quite synonyms. The next phrasal verb I think is very famous because of the serial get away with. It means to avoid being caught because of for something or because of something. And I think everyone knows this famous serial, How to Get Away with Murder. So if you know the serial, or if you remember the name of the serial, then you will remember this phrasal verb forever. Or it can be used in a less dangerous way, not with some crimes or murders, just for something less dangerous, like I got away with sitting in the reserved places in the cinema. So it's not a crime, actually, but it's also something that you shouldn't have done. And the last thing to say, actually, it's not a phrasal verb. I think it's mostly like idiom or a phrase. But while searching the net, I've noticed that almost all sites and almost all videos include this phrase, like, and use it like a phrasal verb. So I decided also to add it here so that you will know it. And actually, it is very useful expression. Get rid of. Get rid of. It means to make yourself free of something or somebody that annoys you, or just to throw something away. So we can use it almost every day. Just, I want to get rid of this, I want to get rid of that, because I do not like this anymore. But let's see some examples. I can't get rid of this headache. It's a very good example. For example, it's even, for example, and you can even use it when you come to the doctor and you can say, sorry, I can't get rid of this headache. Can you please prescribe something to me? And another example is, let's get rid of this mess before my mom comes home. So it's also a very useful expression, but remember, because it's the last lesson dedicated to phrasal verbs, you cannot use phrasal verbs in your formal writing. So it was our last lesson dedicated to phrasal verbs. I hope you liked all the lessons. And now we close this section, but you do not close it for you. You will repeat it again and again until you remember it, until you start using it in everyday life and in writing. So, but I close this section for me, and the next videos will be dedicated to our next section, idioms. Bye guys, I'll see you during our next lesson.